Hello everyone, G here with Golden Thread Tarot, and I'm going to be bringing you a twin flame reading today. So we're going to have two different collectives that I'm actually being led to read for today. But before we begin, also just a little side note, I am babysitting a 5-day-old baby German Shepherd puppy. So I might have to pause the video. He might, especially hearing my voice, he's like right over here. He's sleeping right now. I've just put him down after his milk and everything. But you might hear him crying out, which he's starting to do right now. I might have to pause the video, but that might happen. So I might have to pause the video. You might hear him cry out. So just a warning that might happen. If so, he's okay. He's just over here. He's just needing a little attention. Of course, I'll come back to you guys when I can. So what we're going to do today, like I said, I have two different collectives that I'm going to be pulling for. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the pile selection. Oh, also, if you're new here, hello, or if you're not subscribed, hello, please subscribe. I'm really close to 50 subscribers. I'm excited about that. I know for some people that's not a lot, but for me that's amazing. I love all my subscribers. Hello to the new people who are not subscribed. Also, welcome to the video. I do other twin flame readings, so check out some of my other videos. I'll probably link some of them up above or down in the description bar below. And if you would like, please give me a subscribe and a like. All right, let's get into the pile selection. All right, so I have two different piles today, and pile one is going to be a let go, and then pile two is going to be remain positive. And this is the Angels and Ancestors deck or not Angels and Ancestors, I'm sorry, I will be using the Angels and Ancestors. This is the Angel Answers deck, and I love the artwork on this deck. So I definitely have a whole giant piles for each. So I have Oracle cards pulled, like I said, like where I have my Angels and Ancestors. Oh, and also at the end, we'll be having a little bit of channeled message kind of come through. I have like some longer channeled message love cards that I've done, and I've pulled several of those. So to kind of put together like a channeled letter as well that we'll do at the end. We're also going to be live shuffling tarot cards, just the Sam Wyatt Tarot, the Borderless edition, and then we're also going to be live shuffling some Romance Angels. So, but before I get started, also I wanted to just show right here, just like starting off the reading in a very positive note, right? So after I got done shuffling out and I got my two cards for the piles, also this is what we had here for my deck and what's trying to pop out there. Compromise is trying to pop out there. So yeah, so success. So I think that's definitely a union will be happening in both of these. They're just going to require patience and work, and of course success is guaranteed because each of these are divine pairings are divinely blessed, right? And they're so I'm really feeling like maybe some of you, regardless of which pile you're in, you're worried about whether or not physical union is going to happen. I know I'm being guided to say that not all twin flames have physical union in every single lifetime. So, right, there's some lifetimes that require separation, but I'm feeling like for these two collectives that physical union is manifesting. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the piles. Check out some of my other videos, like I said. Everything will be in the description bar below. Oh, as well as channeled songs. I have channeled songs, a channeled song from the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine for both piles. So go ahead and check those out. Like I said, if the music are not your style, you can just look up the lyrics, you know. And I have a song that's actually in Portuguese, so I think I'll be probably translating those lyrics over into English and then giving you a link to the translation. So, all right, you guys check that out, okay? And I'll see you guys at your pals. Bye for now. Hello, pile one. Welcome. Let go. So definitely right off the bat, I was channeled this as soon as I was guided to pick for two different collectives. For collective one, I am really picking up like I said, before I even shuffled out the cards out of the angels to be. I already knew. So what's happening in this twin flame is early. So you are in the early separation stage, and I'm feeling like a lot of you are in the stage where it's really in time, where spirit is it's really time, and spirit is really asking you to kind of let go and surrender, right? I'm seeing like the surrender to the divine card in the Moonology deck. You guys have probably seen that on my channel before. I love that deck as well. I really like all my decks actually. They're all very beautiful. The artist, I just love tarot decks in general. It's combining together like two of my favorite things, which is art and like spirit, which is amazing. Sorry. Yeah, anyway, back to your reading. Maybe you guys, I just got this feeling that maybe you guys are artists yourselves. So maybe you kind of understand something with that, or maybe your person is really artsy, really creative. Okay, and I'm really seeing that right now, especially Michael. So I'm feeling Archangel Michael. That's hard for me to say if you guys watch my channel, apparently. Um, um, Michael comes through a lot. Michael, I identify Michael is one of my angel guides, definitely on my twin flame journey, and I'm seeing that for both piles actually, that Michael is coming through to provide some messages and some guidance for you guys. I'm also being really guided right here to like the bottom right here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but those are like coins, which is reminding me of like the abundance card. And it's feeling like this time right now in separation is time for you guys, one, to heal right here, your heart chakra and your crown chakra. So both of you, I feel like those are both the two chakras that both individuals in this twin flame journey are really being asked to step away right here in the healing, are really asked to being healed, right? So do your healing work and give everything up to spirit. Give it everything else up to spirit. I'm feeling like both of you are really being called to individually work on your abundance. So both of you might be really it might be a time, obviously, if it's time for separation, which I feel like most all twin flames do go through. There are people out there that say that they don't have to go through separation, and that's, well, lucky for you guys, right? But the majority of the twin flame journey, or yeah, a lot of the time the majority of the journey is spent in separation, actually, right? So yeah, and I'm feeling like you guys kind of just need spirit. I really feel spirit saying, "Ugh, it's okay, just relax, trust that we have your back, trust that your twin flame is going to be there for you. Allow a release, right? Release your need to control the outcome and know that it is coming about, right? If you guys are being asked to separate right now, or if you guys are being asked to individually work on your careers, on your success, on, it's just, I just keep on hearing it's just so important right now for you to embrace this, and for you to embrace the separation and to understand that it is so important for you to focus on yourself. So important for you to focus on yourself right now. I just keep hearing that come in. And I keep hearing also enjoy this separation time. Both of you or one of you might be a little bit of a loner, and so they might need a little bit more time to themselves. Both of you might be kind of loners when you really get down to it. You might honestly, like, once you get together and you're in union, you're going to be very happy, of course, but you're both going to need kind of like breaks, I'm hearing, or both. So it's kind of like spirit's like when you look back and when you spend, sorry, I had to check the puppy. He's making noise over there. When you look back, you're really going to be grateful if you spend this time in separation really focused on yourself, really focused on improving your spiritual health, your body's health. I mean, it's, you could be working out regularly or doing something, but there's always something that we could be doing to improve ourselves, meditating more, or, trying a different type of food diet. Hold on, you guys, the puppy needs me. Sorry about that, you guys, but Mommy Diddy called. I finally got him to go back down, so I'm gonna try to talk a little bit quietly. I hope you guys can hear me. If you guys can't, I'll go in and edit and change and bump up the sound. Anyway, really getting back into it. Yeah, it's the separation phase is about healing. There are things definitely that your twin will heal for you, but there are definitely things that you need to heal, right? You meet your twin, you come together, you trigger each other, and then you go into separation mode to, and kind of like each go into hermit mode, right, to work on yourselves, to develop your own personal spiritual gifts and things, and deal with all the triggers that your twin brings up, and come back together after you guys are healed and you've individually worked each other to continue on in your spiritual journey, right? So it's the separation phase is so important, and it's about staying positive as well throughout the separation phase, and knowing that you will come back together with your twin. All right, So that's a lot just out of this one card, but Spirit really wanted me to really push to that I was really feeling like some of you guys were really feeling down about your separation phase, and kind of starting to realize, oh, I might be looking at some significant time away from my person before we can come back together again. And Spirit just wants you to know, like, it's okay. It's really important. All right. So let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards. Yes, we're going to get into some of your oracle cards, and then we're going to pull some tarot and some romance angels. Or, sorry, no, tarot first. Okay. Spirit changed their mind, I guess. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards for, thank you. Yep. So 10 of Pentacles, definitely. You guys are really being asked to really work on setting up your legacy, like your long-term legacy, both of you separate, so that when you come together, it's more like an empire. And I'm being led here. So like at the back of the deck, this Queen of Swords. So some of you might have been really led to like Queen of Swords, like shut out your masculine. And I'm hearing this right here with this Knight of Cups too, right? Like you, like, nope, you know what? You're not acting right. I can't trust you. You're breaking my heart. Over here with this Three of Cups peeking behind, you might have been in a third party situation. They might have chose somebody else over you, or you might just feel that way. I'm really feeling like the feminine energy in here. Oop, and then look who popped out. The masculine energy. It's like I'm really feeling like the feminine energy kind of like walked away from this, and she got into her what? Her emperor mode, and she laid down these 10 wands and was like, you know what? All of this is a bit much. Or all of this, you know, kind of, where are we going to be together? Are we not going to be together? You know what? Like, I'll just take the initiative and be like, I'm really feeling like in this group, like the divine masculines might have been, like I was saying, with a third party, they might have chose somebody else. So the divine feminine is kind of standing up in her own seat of power and being like, you know what? Okay, that's fine. You chose somebody else. You're going and you're learning your lessons. That's fine. Go learn your lessons, and I'm learning my lessons, and we'll just be apart for right now. I'm also feeling like the divine masculine is really feeling this, and he's really feeling too, right here with the divine masculine, is really feeling like laying down the burdens, because I really feel like he feels like this other choice or this other thing that he, whatever energy it is, whatever this karmic situation is, whether or not it's a person or family or work or a situation, whatever it is, he's really regretting choosing that over his divine feminine. He's really starting to see, he understands, the divine feminine is understanding. Okay, maybe the divine masculine at the time is saying judgment in reverse. I really wasn't listening to the call. I wasn't listening to my intuition. I was kind of really rejecting this. It's very possible that one person in this might have been starting to think, like, what is the situation? They might have started researching, you know, why do I feel this way about somebody? What is this? Maybe you dropped something. Maybe you told them you thought you were their twin flame, or maybe somebody else in their life. Maybe this other karmic situation was like, oh, we're twin flames, and they're like, what is that? And they started looking up, and they were like, oh, hell no, I'm not. I've done, you know, because it is true. The twin flame situation, although it's very beautiful, it's equally just as dark and just as much, you know, work that has to go into it. With the, like I was saying before, you guys bringing up each other's triggers, and it's very possible. Yeah. So definitely felt automatically hangman situation. They weren't willing to put it all on the line to kind of see things from a different perspective. I'm hearing like the feminine, which a lot of the time for the feminine energy, it's a lot easier to quickly accept what's really going on. And a lot of times the feminine energy figures out what's going on before the masculine does. Absolutely. In Judgment in reverse really wanted to appear again, and the masculine wants to say, I really misjudged the situation. It's very possible that they really quickly they judged you, maybe possibly like on your physical, on something 3D is what I'm hearing, like something in the 3D. It could have been you, the way you look. Unfortunately, you know, like, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings here, but it's very possible. It's just something about the masculine was either led to believe, or the masculine kind of just believed that that walking away from whatever situation, that he was really being asked to walk away from a really serious situation, to kind of choose you. I'm hearing that it was a karmic test, like, okay, will you walk away from, like maybe a relationship that you had really invested a lot of time in? They could have been married or something, and the karmic question came up was, will you follow your heart and go with um, what you think you were supposed to? And they chose, even though I'm hearing to a logical mind, they probably chose the wiser option. As far as soul and spirit, like it was a really big test. Like I'm hearing, like kind of, I'm seeing like the Fool card. So it's like the feminine was given this choice to really dive off and just kind of start this new beginning, and she chose to do that, and the masculine rejected that, and stayed a little bit longer. But he, like the masculine energy here just needed to learn more tests, or had more tests and needed to learn more lessons. Okay, yeah. So it's very possible that this other choice was something that felt like um, either something about, I'm also seeing the world card here, so some kind of society based, there's some kind of society based thing here where maybe with the way that they were raised, something about their childhood really made them believe that this union wouldn't work. Like I was saying, like maybe you're really far from their normal, from your person's normal type. um, hmm, or just what they were led to believe they could be with. Okay, and that wanted to show itself again. So it's like, yes, put it down on the spread. Excuse me. Oh, I guess they were just really, really lacking. Yeah, here, multiple choices. So there could have been multiple things. There could have been, I'm also hearing a lot of outside opinions that really influence this masculine to kind of walk away and kick off this kind of, I'm hearing the masculines, I'm walking away from this was like a foe. I'm walking away from this because they felt like the feminine energy was kind of trying to tell them, like, I'll be there regardless. Like they felt like they could walk away and choose the safe option for now, and then always have the option of the feminine, because they felt such this strong bond. Like something inside of them was just like, you know what, like I feel like I'll always have this, so whatever, I'll walk away. And then after they walked away, it took a little bit more time, but now I'm hearing like about around now in the connection, the masculine is really starting to see like, why did I listen to all these other people's opinions? Why did I listen to society's opinions? Why did I do this? I'm really being drawn really suddenly to this cup with a snake in it. Like I was saying, they might have chose a really harsh karmic lesson, a karmic path, instead of choosing their divine feminine. Because at the time, unfortunately, they rejected their divine feminine, and I feel like underneath all of this, oh, there were options and other people's opinions. Really down deep in the shadow part of it was that, okay, yeah, I'm really here, right here with the strength card. The masculine didn't feel like they had the strength to choose the feminine. It was going to require them to have a lot of strength in an area that they didn't feel like they were very, like, they were developed in. And then look, whoops, there's that full card that I was saying that I saw. Yeah, and then here, Ace of Cups in reverse. They chose to reject the love. And then here, 9, they weren't listening. They chose. There's also something here about choosing this feminine would have required them to acknowledge like their gifts, like their spiritual gifts. It's very possible that this masculine was really led to believe that spirituality was just like a crock of shit, or that the way that they were raised had influenced them to really kind of reject religion and maybe spirituality, kind of, and at least not in the way that the feminine embraced their gifts and were proud and open with their gifts. And the masculine felt like it was going to require a lot of change. It was going to require them to have a lot of strength in a way that wasn't like the usual way, the way that they had been shown or they had been raised to be strong. Like maybe they had been raised that, not showing your emotions, not expressing how you feel, that's what makes you strong. Just getting up and having a really good job that makes a lot of money, that's what makes you strong. And this feminine required something different. Like choosing this feminine required this masculine to do something that they had never really done before. And it's here, it could be required them to kind of let go of some past heartbreaks or kind of heal. And whether or not the masculine thought walking away from this meant they didn't have to choose to do this, but surprise, you still did it anyway. Didn't you, masculine? You still did it anyway, elsewhere, and you learned it in a much harsher lesson than if you had just chose to learn it. I mean, and that will apply to the divine feminine or the divine masculine. Spirit will give you a choice, and you can choose to have a tower in a good way and choose to be enlightened, and choose to raise your vibration and be like, okay, I'm gonna let this stuff go, and I'm gonna choose to walk forward. And or you can choose to be like, no, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it your way, or no, I'm not. However you choose to reject it, and spirit will still teach you the same lesson, but in a much harsher way, with a negative tower of stripping a lot of things, possibly violently, I'm hearing, like, out of their life. Somebody, the person, if they chose another romantic situation, I feel like really suddenly after, like really suddenly out of nowhere, this other person, if it was an actual person, really flipped who they were. Like, I feel like they had been putting on a front as to the person that they were, and um, all of a sudden it was like spirit really enlightened the divine masculine and showed the divine masculine that this other person was actually, like here, like I was talking about, like the snake. Like, it became very apparent, very obvious all of a sudden. It's kind of like, I'm not trying to say some kind of domestic violence situation. It's possible, some kind of situation like that, or at least it does have an undertone of kind of some kind of maybe verbal abuse or something like that. Just, and it could be something as simple as just really talking down to them, you know. And I feel like it's kind of like those situations where like a partner waits until you are like very, like obviously very devoted to them or something, and they just kind of flip a switch, and they're suddenly a very, actually they just, they're not, to you it seems like they're suddenly a very different person, but in truth that they're really just showing you who they really were. I've been in a relationship like this before, where when it became very serious, it like very quickly became very obvious that this person was just trying to control me and do all, you know. And it happens, right? We get tricked. People, you know, we only see what we can, if we're not listening to our discernment, right? If like with that reverse nine of pentacles, if we're not listening to our, if we're not using our gifts and using our powers of discernment, if we're not listening to our intuition, to that little voice telling us this person is a bad person, get away from them, warning, warning, look at all these warning flags. If we choose not to look at that, and we choose to believe these people's mask, or we choose to believe their lies, then suddenly the you know, suddenly there is going to be a time and a place where spirit is going to say, okay, well, they're going to rip that mask off, and you're going to see the truth. And that, you know, it happens, it really, really does. Divine masculine, I'm hearing the divine masculine kind of feels like this fool, like they just made like a really hard, like a really quick nope, you know. And with it here falling under this Ten of Pentacles, they felt like the honest truth was this divine masculine kind of really felt like this relationship was going to be a burden, because it was, like I was saying, it was going to require them to give up a lot. They could have been asked to face addictions. They could have asked to face codependency, to face up and put up boundaries with their relationships in their life. With, you know, they could have been asked to leave a spouse, or they could have been, you know, spirit could have been asking them to 2232 on the clock when I looked down and saw that too. When I said that, they could have been asked to walk away from a really well-paying job, but that could have also not had something to do with you. Spirit could have also been leading these people. A lot of times when you start awakening on your spiritual journey, suddenly, like spirit will ask for you to do a major career change, right? Like I got asked to start this channel and to do some other things, which I also have, like where I have a lot of projects that I'm working on behind the scenes. But you know, that it was nothing about it was nothing with along the lines of what I was doing or what I have been doing, and it completely just kind of shifted my whole like career path forwards. And it's very possible that that's my story's kind of coming to mind, because it could have been the same for this divine masculine, or for both parties probably. And I'm hearing that the divine masculine really had a hard time feeling like I was saying earlier, like maybe he was raised to think that having a really good paying job is what a man does, you know, or you know what a masculine energy is supposed to do. um or they could have just felt like if they're, you know, if they're just if they are a masculine and a feminine body, they, if they're embodying this emperor energy, they could have just been really asked to do a lot of things to really step into their emperor energy. And I kind of feel like they like, yes, they want to in a way, but somewhere deep inside of them, there, a lot of their insecurities about their self insecurities got triggered. I'm hearing that this divine masculine and divine feminine, but the divine masculine, the divine feminine is a lot further along working out these insecurities, it feels like, are in different ways, but the divine masculine, it's there's something about their insecurities not feeling good enough. They could be putting the divine feminine on a pedestal and really feeling like, and this is part of why this separation is happening. Don't worry, divine feminine, you are also doing things that is causing the separation to prolong as well. But one of the main reasons, the divine masculine seems to be coming through really strong here. Just kind of trying to really express their regrets and choosing someone else and choosing, and they're really kind of, it feels like they're blaming themselves. But for the separation phase, like, oh, it feels like I was saying earlier, with the divine feminine was like, peace out, okay, bye. If you don't want me, that's cool. I'm on to somebody else. I'll let go of this and get on to a different one. It's very possible that divine feminine could have been like, you know what, like, maybe I'm just not supposed to be with you. I'll go be with a high level soulmate or somebody else, or I'll go date around and be with somebody else. You're working out your stuff, I'm working out my stuff, and this divine masculine feels a little kind of in the background. He also feels a little bit possessive. That could be also some of the shadow work that spirit is asking them to work with, which is another reason, if you are trying to control, if you don't want to surrender, if you are trying to force somebody to be in your life in a very certain way, in your own certain way, and that can also prolong separation. So I was just sort of talking really fast. This feels like a message that spirit really wants to get out. Yeah. Yeah. Speedy. I got a little too loud for the baby. I need to calm down. I'm not trying to wake him up. Okay. Two cards came out. Wow. Exactly. What was I saying earlier? So this came out again and they flipped, right? When they came out earlier, they were flipped, and now they're flipped this way when they come out. So yes, this divine feminine stood up and was like, okay. This divine masculine was like, oh no, I can't bring forth this cup of, my cup of love. I'm not ready, or I don't, the insecurities are triggered and I have to run away. I can't do this. I can't be here. I can't handle this. I'm also hearing like they could have had a fear of rejection. So this Queen of Swords, right? Like putting away, this masculine could have had a really bad insecurity that they could have stepped forward and been like, hey, I really love you. I'm really interested in you. Or I'm not hearing that this, in this particular collective, that the masculine would have literally come up to the feminine and been like, I'm hearing that this is a twin flame union, or twin flame journey, where they haven't dated before, or haven't been like serious. Like it could have been like just like a hookup sort of type thing. They haven't actually been in any kind of long-term serious relationship, or if they thought they were, to one party, you weren't. I'm sorry to say, and that could also be why this let go separation happened, to where to where one person was like, yeah, I'm totally into the physical part of this, but I'm going to hide my feelings, right? And the feminine had to be like, okay, no, I know that there's more here, but I have more self-worth than that. I'm gonna walk away. Not that if you're just, but it's like, if you know that somebody has deeper feelings for you, or you can, something like that, that's kind of how the feminine felt. The feminine's like, well, I know that you have deeper feelings for me, but if you're not willing to step forward, what can I do? I can't make you want to be in a relationship with me, but that's what I want. So, and I'm not gonna stick, the truth came out, and they were just like, I'm not gonna stick around in a situation that's not fulfilling me, so, sorry. But it's not really like sorry, I have some self-worth, and if you're not ready to step up and be in this relationship, then you obviously have some things that you need to work on too, especially if you obviously have feelings but you're not willing to express those, because of a fear of rejection. Then you definitely do. Divine masculine and divine feminine, whoever feels like this, if you feel like you're so scared of rejection that you can't come forward, there's things inside yourself that you need to work on first, my love. Okay, you need to work on that. And I'm hearing that that could be some inner child work or shadow work that you might need to work on, and that's fine. Like we all have our stuff that we need to work on. I'm hearing the fear of rejection is really, really big in here, especially in the masculine. This fear of rejection is really, really solid here. Yeah, look at that coming out again, coming forward and being turned down, or that the other person. But there's also a fear here. There's fear that if they don't come forward, like, what are you gonna do? You know, there's this fear of, oh, if I don't come forward, somebody else will be with my partner for sure. Like they know that obviously, like they know that whoever it is, if they're, if they know that they're embodying the Empress, they know that this person is an emperor, and who wouldn't want them? And if it, and vice versa as well. Of course, like this person is all, has all these emperor qualities. Who wouldn't want them? And so there is this fear. There's this fear of a really deep like insecurity, fear that I will be rejected, so I'm not coming forward, but I'm too scared to really let go and walk away because I don't want somebody else to come and claim them. All right, I got one more card to finish off. Thank you. The Lovers. And in the end, you guys, and here it is with the choice too, right? Falling here as well under the Judgment card, falling here between the Judgment card and the Seven of Cups. Sorry. Yeah, Seven of Cups, yeah. Doubt myself. Don't doubt yourself, Gia. Okay. And it's also possible too here. I'm also seeing that this could, that on the opposite side, that instead of choosing this Lovers card, I'm listening to here, right? To listen to Gabriel and listen to Michael here. That's Angel Michael there, putting you two together in this beautiful spiritual union. I'm seeing like this turn into the Devil card, where maybe they chose a more physical karmic partnership over it because it was easier, because they didn't have to work. They weren't being asked to challenge themselves as much. Because I mean, it is true. The twin flame journey is hard. It's not easy. Tower moment, and it created like this tower moment for sure between the two of you. Yeah. You came, here was this Queen of Cups coming forward with their love, and that wasn't there for them, and then they chose somebody else, third party situation over it. So I think that's kind of confirmed there. Yeah, this here, or here, other possibility with this Queen of Swords kept popping up, this King of Swords with their logical mind, right? Like thinking with their logical mind, and they chose working on some financial situation or building some business over go ahead and coming into union. And to them, like I said, to them that seemed like it made the logical choice. It was the logical choice to prolong this. But it was like, but it does feel like that they told themselves, oh, it's because I need to, this tower moment happened because I need to work on my business. But in truth, they also needed to work on these jealousy issues, these insecurities issues, these abandonment issues that are also there. So, okay, here we are 30 minutes in. So let's go ahead and get into your cards. And then that's so funny that the Tower card popped out here, right? Because the first oracle card that we have here is Tower. Spirit is taking away all unnecessary things from your life. Let the towers fall to rebuild your foundation. Absolutely. So Spirit is definitely making things fall, and each of your lives is taking things away. Maybe a job, maybe a relationship, maybe, maybe a career, with a pandemic and everything happened. If you might have chosen like, no, I'm not going to give up my career. I'm not going to walk away from this, but your divine destiny is to be doing something else. You might have lost your job or been put on leave or something, and all of a sudden now here you have this time to work on a side project or something that you didn't feel like you would have the time. It's maybe possible that this person, if they had a really good paying job, maybe they were put on paid leave, and now suddenly they had the time off as well as the alone time, as well as getting paid, to have the time to work on side projects or work on things like this. Like maybe they have like a YouTube channel, or they're doing something like spiritually based. I just heard blog. So maybe they have like some kind of blog where they're like writing about spiritual stuff that they kind of kept on the side, but then now all of a sudden they've been presented with this opportunity to have this time in this space to really have like, right, this financial success that I was talking about here in the very opening. All right, let's keep on going. Divine protection. This connection is divinely protected. Relax. What was I saying? Spirit wants you to kind of relax, like it's coming, okay? Just know that sometimes you're being asked to let go of things, not because they're not for you, but because they're just not for you right now. Let go and let this person learn their lessons. Let go and accept your lessons and learn what you need to be doing. There's plenty of things to do in this time of separation. Embrace those lessons and be happy and be okay. Sorry, one of my cats just like randomly fell. You might have heard the thud. She's fine. Okay. Just wanted to check. New beginnings, right? So relax. There's new beginnings. And I'm hearing there's new beginnings for both people, right? I'm hearing especially financially. Financially, I'm hearing a lot of abundance, abundance, abundance. So definitely new beginnings. A new start is coming. Stay positive and open-minded to all possibilities the universe has in store for you. Absolutely. What was I saying? Surrender, right? I was saying that earlier, like surrender, like get, go ahead. It's all right. Things are gonna be okay. All right. Oh, and here, absolutely, 55, inner child. Yeah, healing your inner child. Slide. Go to your happy place and go to that place deep, deep inside of you. And 55, do these changes that you're being guided to make. Go to your quiet place. Find yourself there. Start anew. Nurture yourself. Forgive yourself. Transmute any fear or doubt into eternal love. Absolutely. And that's love for yourself. And then love for yourself translate to love for your twin, right? Everybody says that, but it's true. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus in on your inner child. Okay, yeah, and 55 here again. Definitely. If you guys are seeing 55, if you guys are seeing 555, repeating fives, that's definitely like, hey, this is a time for change. This is a time to take this opportunity, go into your hermit mode. Still, of course, send love and positivity towards this. Know that your relationship will work out in the end, but to work out, you need to become the people that you need to be with each other and to be better people, not only for yourself, but for your twin and for better people. You know what I mean by that? Just do the self-improvement, just do the growing up that every human is being asked to do. Be here, learn your lessons, take care of yourself, take care of the people around you. Walk your divine path that you're being asked to walk, and go ahead and make the changes that you're being asked, right? Learning new life lessons through experience positive change in your life divinely. And then the 555 is divinely guided life changes. Absolutely. So definitely everything that we've been asking for. You're just, Spirit's really asking you to just have the strength to make the changes in your life that you need to have, right? And that's falling under that strength card underneath there. Archangel, angel, every time, Gabriel. Right, and that's Gabriel here, right? With the judgment card here, blowing their horn. Yeah. Messenger, you are being divinely guided. Listen carefully to your messages. Absolutely. Lantern in the night. So definitely you're being led through, you guys might be going through dark nights of the soul, going through your purging process, getting all of these toxic traits and things out of yourself, doing your inner child work, letting go of all of your kind of baggage and stuff that you've picked up from old relationships and just from your childhood. And you're being asked to purge all of that out of your life and out of your soul and learn all your lessons. It's a really harsh triggering for sure. Archangel Gabriel. So definitely. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's Gabriel. I put it right back in the stack. Right back in the stack. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so crow, messenger / protection. So that's your sign. So if you're seeing crows around, especially if you're finding black feathers around, that's definitely a sign that you're being divinely guided. I know that for me personally, crows here recently have really become like my sign. Like I'll be saying things or doing things a lot, and all of a sudden there'll be like a caw caw like outside to like, and I'm like, okay, like you out of nowhere, you definitely agree with that. And a lot of the times it is about making divine changes in my life. Like I'll be like, man, I should really start doing yoga like more every single day. And I'll hear like a caw caw, and I'm like, okay, all right, I hear you, right? Um, all right, crab, hold tight. I'm hearing Cancer, so this person could be a Cancer, or you guys could be with the full moon in Cancer that just passed by. You guys could be asking, like saying, hey, you've been being this crab, right? You've been being crabby. You've been holding on too tight to everything around you, right? You've been holding on too tight to expecting a very certain outcome, and you have to let go and surrender. And what you have to just say is, I draw into myself the best possible outcome. And when you do that, you and your twin will both be attracting abundance and changes and life lessons into your life that will propel both of you together and eventually both of you upward and to a higher level of vibration, which the higher your vibration goes, the more obviously you're going to be magnetically drawn into it together. And the more you work on yourself, the more union is inevitable. I am inevitable. Absolutely. Hello. Angels, yes, angels all over the place here for sure. With Michael appearing here, Michael appearing here again. I'm just feeling like, especially with the blue in the background, I'm really feeling like that. Leading in Michael and Gabriel appearing both here, and then Gabriel appearing again for sure. You guys are being really. Don't ever feel like you're alone, okay? Because call out if you need help, if you need guidance, call out to your angels. They are just waiting for you, but you have to ask, right? Angelic guidance has to ask permission. They have to ask permission. You have to say, yes, I give you permission. I want to hear these messages. Yes, guide me in my, guide me in my sleep, or guide me in my dreams. Guide me through signs, please. If you're seeing white feathers too, that could be a sign of protection around you, or as guidance, or it could be a sign from your divine counterpart as well, for sure. Beautiful. Let's keep going. White witch, be the light. Absolutely. Here again with the feathers, white feathers here, and being drawn here to the butterflies, or that's a moth. Remembrance. I'm hearing moth and remembrance. You guys are both probably light workers. You're being guided to, transmute all your fears and everything around you so that you can turn around and do that to other people. You both might be being guided to become, to be really, I'm hearing you're really being guided to careers that are going to help kind of bring out these light worker talents and inside of you. Here with the pinnacle in the background as well, I'm being guided to that, right? There's that pinnacle in the background, like you're both being guided career-wise to step into this kind of like being wise teachers, being leaders, helping people transform, helping people like look back and remember themselves. Like some of you that you might being asked to become like counselors, or you might be like a person like me that really wants to concentrate on past life regressions and helping people understand like what soul lessons they've learned in the past, and then helping them move forward, helping and seeing how what lessons they've already learned in the past, how that can help you now in your present day life now. So that's amazing. You guys are really being drawn forward, really being asked to step into these positions, especially with your careers. And when you step into that, there's definitely some pinnacles involved, right? When you're stepping along your divine path and doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're kind of just going to walk the path of abundance, right? Because spirit is just going to be like, yes, here's all this abundance of happiness and joy and love and light and financial success and stability in your life to show you, yes, you are walking down the right path. This is where I want you to be going, right? So if you're wanting to live your best life, it's okay. Surrender and let go, and let your angels and let the universe tell you, show you your path, because they're trying to, your spirit guides, that's why they're here, right? That's why they've been assigned to you, to show you your true path forward, and to show you the kind of like I was explaining to one of my friends that I felt like I kind of got over the need to kind of surrender and let go and understand that my spirit guides are just trying to, as long as I'm tapping in, of course, to my positive spirit guides. You can have negative spirit guides around you as well. So just be aware of that. But tap into your positive light beings and light workers and angels and positive ancestors. And they are just trying to show you the path of least resistance forward, right? That's what it feels like walking along the path. Things just come to you. Opportunities just come to you, just manifest to you. You just suddenly get all of these calls and opportunities to get money, and out of nowhere, you're being asked to do things that are right, exactly what you've been wanting to do, and you just manifest those things naturally when you're walking down your correct path, and when you're working on yourself and doing it. It just naturally happens. You don't have to work for it. Yes, you do have to put in the work for it, but opportunities kind of just manifest into your life, and they're just exactly what you want, right? So and it feels amazing. So so definitely and here with your last angels and ancestors is summer, right? Be happy, bask in joy and light. So yes, step into this light worker phase. Your angels are here. They're here to help guide you and help protect you. You're going through everything, all the towers and everything that you're going through now, to help hone your soul to be the person that you need to be walking down this light path, especially if you're supposed to be some kind of counselor or some kind of wise rule, not I hesitate to say like ruler, or like spiritual, kind of like spiritual guru or something like that. This person seems to be really, like, you guys both seem to maybe be hesitant as to kind of accept you're much further down the road. And I'm feeling like too, spirit doesn't want me to really say too many definite like career paths or anything like that, because there could be a wide variety out there. Kind of keep it open, right? Keep surrender and understand that there might not be one particular career path that spirit is asking you to walk down. They could be asking you to walk down one specific path at a time, but overall you might not end up being where you even start your spiritual journey at, and that's beautiful. That's okay. Opportunities will come to you and things will shift around, and you will find your true path when you're walking down this path, right? I got too excited. I started talking too loud. I woke up the baby. He went back down. Oof. You guys, taking care of this baby has been a blessing, and just like also being up every 2 hours all night and all day today, like, whew. All right, so let's move on. So we're gonna have a kind of longer messages, kind of a letter from your person. But the thing I'm hearing, things could also apply to you as well. And then we're going to get some romance angels, and then that's gonna be a reading. Okay, can we switch? I'm down for whatever. I want to I want to bring you out of your shell, take control, and climb on top. So this got a little bit sexual, but it is like, right? So it's very possible that spirit really guided this feminine to go, what, you know what? No, I'm going to take control. Like I was saying earlier, I'm going to take control of this situation, and I'm just going to walk away, and I'm going to worry about my own faith. I really wish you well, but if you don't choose me, there's nothing I can do about it, right? And that really inspired this masculine to kind of get there, to kind of get it together and be like, you know what? I need to face these things, and I need to run and chase after. But for right now, this person really feels like, wow, it feels like something that they really admire about you is that you were willing to take control. Maybe you were willing to be this, like I was saying earlier, you're inspiring. It feels like you're inspiring this masculine um, to kind of not copy you, but to say, wow, she chose to leave her job, or wow, she's choosing to put herself out there, to embrace her gifts, to be out there, to be in this path, right? You have to acknowledge and be open and honest about your gifts and what you can do. And here, like me doing this channel, it was kind of hard for me to admit and to go ahead and tell people, yeah, I want to start a tarot channel, and yeah, I do tarot, and yeah, I do this stuff, and yeah, I believe in this stuff, because I felt like I would always have, especially where just the part of the country that I live in, I felt like I would really have to defend myself about not being a specific religion, or coming out as kind of um, just embracing my powers and embracing the thing, the kind of mix of amalgamation of things that I believe in. I don't believe in any one specific religion, or I don't believe in any one spiritual practice. I kind of just, what calls to me, what calls to my soul is what I and and indoctrinate into my own personal belief system. So, and that also um, could have been, the divine feminine out there, the watcher, or whoever you are, the divine feminine could have also felt kind of like this was like, I was willing to step forward, like I was willing to step forward. This divine feminine was willing to step forward and say, like, I want to embrace who I am. I don't want to stay in the shadows. It's okay that people know who I am, and they know what I can do. That's fine. And it's very possible this divine masculine just wasn't really ready for that, but it really feels kind of like they are now. And it feels a lot more like, I really appreciate you. This feels kind of like a future message. Like, the future message of this is, wow, I am so appreciative, and wow, I think you're so strong that you did this, and I couldn't do it. That could have also been a little bit intimidating to them as well. Ooh, excuse me, my eyes itching. And I'm feeling that's some kind of message, but I don't know what it is. It's like my eyelashes are itching. I don't know if that means something to you guys, but if it does, you never know. Maybe somebody has like a twitchy eye, or they're always like scratching their face or something. I'm not sure. Um, I don't personally identify that as any like particular sign for myself in my reading. Okay. Okay. Can we start as friends? I know this isn't everything I want to give you, but we have to start working on our foundation. True compassionate love cannot be rushed. Absolutely. So like I was saying earlier, how I felt like in this like maybe you hadn't been in a serious relationship. Maybe you've had a purely sexual relationship, or maybe you haven't even had that. So this person really wants to start off as friends, and I feel like this is really mutual. Like if you are friends, they want to become closer friends, and they definitely want you to know that yes, we can start out as friends, but I'm also, that's going to be so important to building our foundation of our relationship. It's going to be so important that we are friends first, and that it's not some kind of only purely sexual, physical relationship. I'm feeling like this is pretty mutual on both parties, even though that might not be being stated. I'm feeling like this is pretty mutual on both sides, both. Float and flow. Absolutely. Just let go and learn to flow. Control is an illusion. This card is on it. It's so much easier to float along with the universe. Swimming upstream does not make you stronger. Wow. Does this one card not define this whole entire reading? Absolutely. This one card is literally everything I've been saying, for sure. I love when that happens. I made these cards months ago. So I love when stuff like that comes, and it just, whew. Okay, let's get to romance angels. All right, and then we're going to be finished with your reading. Children. So children might be a factor. Wedding in reverse. Remember, I was saying this person could be in another partnership, in another commitment. They could be married, and they might not want to leave because there are real world things like children and things to actually worry about. And it's not like that's not something serious, right? Yeah, it is. Past life relationship. So definitely, um, definitely, you guys have had a lot of past lives together. Like I was saying. Oh, hold on, you guys. The baby. I gotta go get him. Sorry for that, you guys. You guys don't know, but I've been gone for a while. The puppy, my mom's coming to get him, so I'm getting my last little bit of lovins in for tonight. Then I have my night off tonight to get to sleep. I'm excited. Anyway, getting back into your reading. Yes, definitely. So this has definitely been a past life relationship. I'm also hearing here that this I'm hearing that both parties, the divine feminine and the divine masculine party, definitely started remembering each other, remembering past lives from each other. And I think that I'm really feeling like I hear looking into your eyes, I remember who you've been. So this person really kind of like had this moment where they were like looking into your eyes. And that also could have been a reason what inspired them to kind of like run away or reject this, because they were like, wow, this is really deep. I'm remembering things like I'm looking into your eyes and remembering things I've never lived in this life, and what is going on here, right? That is a lot. That's a lot to do with. No joke. Past life regressions and things like that are. I find them extremely interesting. I'm off. I'm all off in that. I love that, but at the same time, it is a lot. It's overwhelming for sure. So, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to bring myself into this like all the time, but I'm just if spirit kind of asked me to share something about my personal journey, and I feel willing to share it, I just feel like it adds some kind of depth. Like maybe somebody out there needs to know. No, other people are really, they are really experiencing the same thing that you're experiencing. So if I can help you guys feel a little less like lonely, or feel a little less like, oh well, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm not just going crazy because other people are out there experiencing the same things. Just hold on one second, you guys. Sorry about that. Also, when I paused 5252 on there, so just like definitely both like 5 being the like number of changes, and then also to you guys got the 555, and then 2 also being divinely, like divine, and the twin flame wish fulfillment numbers and things like that. Also marrying, so both of you are both marrying the same changes back to each other. Okay. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you in reverse. So definitely the I'm hearing like multiple messages for this. For this, definitely there were like red flags possibly, or there were just triggers. So it's very possible that one person in this took just it's hard to know, like, obviously when you do meet your twin and you're both triggered and you're both going through, like, you guys are seeing red flags. And I said that earlier, pay attention to the red flag. That I was like, oh, there are red flags everywhere and stuff like that, cautioning you away from them. Maybe this person did not listen to the red flags of another, like, of a karmic relationship they chose over their actual true twin relationship. And also too, that they could have been looking at you and seeing like all the things that are triggering them, and they took those as red flags, so there's this kind of looking at you and seeing the red flags and projecting those red flags onto you, and then accepting, it's like accepting somebody else's red flags and then turning towards you and seeing their own self reflected back to them, and kind of rejecting themselves and running away from that. Like, oh, you remind me too much of myself. You are some kind of subconsciously, I'm hearing subconsciously, some kind of situation like that. And playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine in reverse. So, okay, no, sorry. Definitely relax. Right, and relax with it, and with this also flowing falling over, float and flow. Definitely. So playfulness, like, and I'm hearing this like with yourself. So that's also, that could be why it's like reverse like this. Reversals can, for me, it can also mean you need to, instead of doing this with the other person, you need to do this with yourself, right? So be more playful with yourself. Relax, let go, go out, go hang out with your friends, or go spend some personal time to yourself. I know right now, I don't know if you're under some kind of quarantine, or you're not allowed to, you might not be allowed to go out right now. It might not be considered really safe to go out right now to like bars or things like that, depending on where you are in the world. So obviously do that in a way that feels like safe. Like maybe have a self-care night at home by yourself, I don't know if you're still being able to ship things to your house or what the situation is, but like if you can go out, if you can, at least like call your friends, spend time on that. Remain playful and lighthearted with yourself is what I'm saying. Let go of the seriousness and the control issues and everything like that, and kind of just let yourself feel a little more lighthearted. Get it. I definitely hear with the kids here, like swinging on the swing, or with the people here swinging on the swing. They are they are kind of like teenagers, kind of kids. They kind of look like kind of young. Um, Kind of let this kind of youthful spirit inside of you also hear with that hearing, healing your inner child. Definitely kind of get into this kind of like youthful spirit. Remember I was talking about earlier, we're kind of like letting go of all your baggage from past relationships and from old things, all the traumas and things, and just kind of letting those things go and letting a more truer version of yourself shine, without all of these kind of things that have been piled on both of you throughout your whole entire lives, and kind of letting your true inner self kind of be healed and shine forward. All right, well, that was a pretty long reading, but I enjoyed bringing it to you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it wasn't exactly the most like romantic reading, but I definitely feel like it was the one that you needed to hear. Obviously, not all twin flame readings are going to be romantic. Not all of them are going to be, I'm just in love with you, I'm madly in love with you, and everything's perfectly fine between us. Nope, because it's a twin flame reading. So that's the point. Some people are in this stage right here, but this is a beautiful stage to be in, because you get to rediscover yourself. Yes, you get to go through a bunch of kind of like a bunch of like really hard stuff, really going through, but having those moments where you are really getting in touch and you're being able to kind of peel away those traumas and let go of those fears is beautiful. And I think that's what it's like. Let go of all this old stuff. Let go of all your, what you thought this was, what you thought this was going to be. Just let go of all of that, and let God, let your angels, let the universe, whatever you want to say, your spirit guides, let it come to you and show you, where you should be going. And let it show you, what you need to work on, what you need to let go of, what you need to heal. And this is an absolutely beautiful time. in your life. And though I know, especially in the early on stages, especially, I'm really feeling like you guys were in a relationship, so it's not like you're going through a breakup as well, but you could be like this other masculine energy, like pulling with this, choosing another relationship. They could be going through a breakup. It's really dark. It can be dark times, but it's all about your mindset, right? This time can be completely beautiful because it is the time when you get to finally, for maybe it was for some people with for the first time in your life, really turn in and ask yourself, what do you want? Who do you want to be? What do you want your life to be? Do you want it to be all this past stuff and all these red flags and all of these like toxic relationships? Or do you want to let go? Do you want to forgive? Do you want to be lighthearted? Do you want to have this fun, like actual healthy fun? Not when you're not, let go of all your mask and actually be who you truly are. How beautiful your life can be when you decide to heal yourself. This is every stage can be absolutely beautiful. Doesn't mean that you're not going through rough stuff, doesn't mean that you don't have a lot to deal with, but every stage of this can be absolutely beautiful. And remember when I said in the beginning, right? Success. I'm being drawn to show you that, guy, to show you that again. Success. Absolutely. And I'm being asked to draw like one last angel message here for you guys. In the near future. So something might be happening in the near future. Union might, when you really start really working on yourself and improving yourself and working on your career and letting go of all of this stuff and doing all this work, you're gonna get something, right? The universe is going to shower you with abundance, and in the near future you could be getting a lot of opportunities coming your way. And just so you guys might know, union, actual physical union, though you don't need to concentrate on it, might be way closer than you think. Once you start doing all of this work, it's going to be almost impossible for you and your twin to stay away from each other. The universe is just going to, your energies are just going to draw each other in, and you're just going to, hello, take action. Take action on your life. Do all of this. And if you are the divine feminine here, once you start focusing on yourself and focusing on your masculine, is definitely going to want to take action and come here with this knight, like this knight character. And the last what we ended on was also kind of like that Knight of Wands appearing, right? Like this fast riding action coming in, and being really inspired. This is like your divine masculine here too. When you decide to walk away and focus on yourself, that inspires them to take action and do that exactly to themselves. 010111 on the clock when I said that. So absolutely manifesting new beginnings for both of you into your lives, right? New beginnings, new abundance, new pathways, new opportunities. Beautiful. This is absolute blessings for you guys, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a really long reading. I hope you guys stick around. Like I said, if you have time to be drawn to a whole nother reading, please check it out. If you get drawn to any of my other readings, check those out. Remember also to the songs in the description box below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Oh, and please subscribe. We're really close to 50 subscribers, so let's do it. Join the family, and I'd be happy to help you here along your spiritual journey. All right. Bye.